Hey, good morning, my neighbors. Oh, clicked the wrong button. That's what happens when you're moving too fast. Welcome to another episode of the Mashup. Get rich or fit trying BYTTT before you take the trade. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. That way the algorithms know exactly what I'm doing over here. But we're going to be checking out this NQ. This thing has been falling consistently, and it's making me think we about to do that. You know what? Let's not talk about it yet. Let's go ahead and get right to the charts and see what's going on. So we got NQ that is doing something very interesting, and then we got ourselves, this is oil. Oil is getting into that block again, which is telling me that we're going to go into that lower register. Can we get back down to $56? That's going to be interesting. We got gold. Gold's been struggling with 4,000, but we're back into that area. Let me zoom in because I got lines all over the place. Let's look at that. Yep, so we kind of got a little bit of a cross over here. Golden cross to the upside on the 15-minute. We'll see if that can hold. Don't forget to chart your silver. Silver is doing something the opposite of gold. All right, so this usually tells me that silver ends up coming down and might drag gold right on down with it. This is the British pound. British pound is over here trying to make its way back up, but it's struggling. I want a weaker pound because a weaker pound means a stronger dollar, and that could go ahead and hold us down. And then Bitcoin. Look, y'all remember I drew these levels a long time ago. I don't know if y'all remember. I drew this when I was talking about the 100,000. Where can we go? I said 89, 85, and I talked to a good friend of mine. This is my 800 EMA. We may even come all the way to 82, 81, somewhere around that ballpark. So look for Bitcoin to give you more downside as the market is dropping still. Jeez, that thing is dropping. Russell, looks like they're getting a little bit more capitulation than expected. I thought we were going to take money from the mega caps and still stuff it into Russell. That's not happening. There goes the dollar, the undeniable force of nature. They might be coming for this kick. I did want the dollar to come to this area first to power our Santa rally. So look for a rejection somewhere around that 108.76. That said, let's get over to our chart at NQ. If you haven't been on the show before, it's very simple what we do. We are taking the 15-minute opening range and we are going to play accordingly. So just imagine if this was the first 15 minutes as we're dropping like a lead weight. And if that's the case, then we would be bullish above the level of 24,619. Stranger danger is usually in the middle. Right now it's at 24,607. Oop, adjust. 600 right now, and 24,580 I would be bearish, but that's assuming this line finishes. So that said, let's go ahead and get right to it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Giant. We got Leslie. Good morning, Leslie. What's going on? We got everybody here.
What's good? What's good? What's going on?
Good morning. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of it. Oh, look at that recovery. Ooh. They try to fight this downtrend. Let's go ahead and look at this on a larger scale. We'll come back to these alerts. I got one monitor off. Hold on. Let me fix this monitor issue I have now. Let's see. Turn this bad boy on. Alright.
Did you guys hear me? Did you guys hear me?
Oh, that's way better. Now I can really hear you, Javi.
Now I can make $1 million.
That's it. All we needed was a good mic for the $1 million.
That's it. That was the whole problem.
Yeah. All right, so we're still establishing that range. We're gonna see what they do with it. Just be patient. That's the most important thing. Oh, I got something so good for mindset this Saturday. I tripped, fell, and landed on something on YouTube, and that thing is good. Especially talking about Mark Douglas and trading in his zone. So this mindset you don't want to miss. We're gonna have some fun. All right, let's see if there's anything on the alerts that stands out. Let's see. Oxy. Now Oxy is a very interesting. Oh, hold on. We're pivoting. This trend is getting its butt whipped. This is from 1 a.m. and I thought it was going to drop earlier. I was playing it down and then they kind of snatched my soul a little bit, but I made up around here, I think it was. So I'm kind of broke even for today on the future side. So we'll see what that works with. Yeah, it's still consolidating. All right, we'll get to some tickets. Oxy. Let's see what's going on with Oxy. They liquidated some of the bulls. They thought it was going to push right back up. Let me see what the oscillator is doing. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. I would probably stay away from that and there. And let's see the weekly. I wonder if Warren Buffett is divesting this one too. This is one that had trend lines here. Let's fix that. NQ still consolidating, so we'll just keep running through that. So we've had this micro trend trying to beat the oil major trend, and you already see what I did with oil. There's not a lot of room over at oil right now. The thing is acting a little silly, so I think that's probably one of the reasons why we're having this problem. So yeah, I wouldn't really mess with oil. Let's look at CVX. CVX is acting silly. XOM, and it's all because of the oil prices. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's the weekly right there. What's another one? BP. Yeah, maybe leave oil alone for a little bit. What else I got for y'all? Cleveland Cliffs. Let's see, that's a cheapy one too, so we probably could find something interesting there. See a 2 hour. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Pullback session. Okay, let's see. They might pop it up just to drop it, but we're gonna get back to that one. 2 hour here. Yeah, so we got Cleveland Cliffs. It's in the middle of a downtrend here. This might be just a pull up just to drop it again, but this is your micro trend right here that is trying to push back up. We'll see if that can hold. All right, let's get back over to NQ because we just did some new levels. Right, yeah, they really want to try to push this back up here, but it's starting to look like an M pattern here. What just came through? FCX. All right, we'll check that out after. That one looks like it's a buy. We'll check that out. Now we could be playing with order blocks here, so just be patient with that. And those that's over at YouTube, if you want to send a ticker that you want me to look at before 9:45, this will be a good time to do so, because after 9:45 we're going to get into our full trading. So you might want to send that now. All right. So we didn't make a lower low. We're still just fighting with this. We got so much damn different structures right now. It's just really, really annoying. They're trying to catch it here. Let me see if I can make it make sense. Yeah, we got this here, this move here, but this move is a micro trend to that, but then this one wants to make lower lows. We're about to slam our head right into this order block. Kind of something like this. That's why we rejected the way we did. And then we're sitting on top of this order block because everything that's here, let me use the one that's farthest left. Let's call it, here. We're fighting with this. We attempted to break below. They said no. We attempted again at 1 a.m. almost, and they said no. And we can't make higher highs. So when does the bulls give up? We don't know. That's the best way to say it. They might just keep on fighting against it in itself. Let me get this out of y'all way. Sorry, I'm still under the weather a little bit, so if you hear me clearing my throat quite a bit, I do apologize. Yeah, this is a very... So we was about to like completely dump. I think that's what this move is, but they're using this order block. If we don't, in the next 8 minutes, if this opening range ends up like something like this, and then it rejects, they might grab all the bullish liquidity and then just kidnap them, and that's the liquidity to make our lower low. My low target, I'll be bearish below here, which is 24,374, 26. No, sorry, that's 76. All right, so 24,376, 25, and then yeah, I guess maybe. I don't even think that. I think this is just a touch, not a pivot. I don't think I created it as a pivot. but technically I could have. Yeah, let's call it this. Let me grab that. This is more impactful here. So yeah, so 24 376, 24 832. I'll be bullish above there, bearish below there as far as an overall bias, but we're still gonna wait for the opening range to finally figure out what it wants to do, because it's a fist fight. That makes me want to go check out gold. I'm not gonna lie. It's 8 minutes. All right, no one has any tickers, so let me go ahead and log into me accounts. No, I'm gonna need you later. I don't need you. All right, let me put you here, and then close that, close that. Yeah, this is very choppy, guys. I hope y'all not dealing with any of it unless you're quickly scalping. That's how bad it is. All right. Got you there. Got you there. Got that. That's crazy. I had $600 puts last week. If I just bought time on them, we'll probably have a different conversation today. These Qs are dropping.
Dad, can you come fix the microwave quickly?
We talked about buying time for
Jimmy needs to eat.
Sorry, Javi. What was that part that you said? I kind of got distracted a little.
I said we talked about buying time before.
Yeah. Now, that one, the reason why I didn't buy a lot of time was because I took it off of something I saw. It wasn't really my setup. So I was just taking it. Think of it like it was a scalp. That's the best way to say it. It was a long-term trade.
You could disguise a pig into a cat, but it's still a pig.
Excuses are tools of incompetence that leads to monuments of nothingness. I got you. Don't be trying to hold me accountable. It's not that type of day today.
Yeah, it is.
Et2 giant. Et2. All right, give it a few. We got ourselves 4 minutes. I'm gonna run through these tickers again because it looks like I got some signals that came through. Let's see what's on them, but I would say go with caution, especially this one that looks like a scalp. Let me go start with that one first. The one that just came through my screen was Meta. I don't know if it's over or it's starting. Looks like they might be just reversing for the most part. Yeah, it looks like reversing. So we got a nice little push to the upside, but it was just slow walks, and then out of nowhere, we had a massive dump. Damn, Meta's under 600? Just to kind of give you a little perspective, Meta was as high as up here, like it was going to go to 800. That's how far it fell. That's $200. Jeez. I wonder who's holding that type of put. Oh, damn. Talking about missing on EPS. Wow. They didn't return no money to shareholders, but their revenues are still up. They still found an extra $1 billion. They just probably dealing with a lawsuit or something. So I would say look for Meta to probably test some areas here. Maybe even get to 568. That would be a nice little target. Ooh, look at that NQ go. Hold on. Let's get back over to NQ. That thing wasn't moving at all. Now it's trying to move. Look at it. Yep. That will make things interesting if they end up in like the center of this area of this order block, and that's our range. You already know they're going to try to attack something up here, and they might be trying to attack the pivots. I got some pivots up here. But this is the first one. Oh man, I'll get very bullish if it touched that. Let's look at the daily one more good time. Let me see what yesterday kind of did. Let me take off the drawings for a second. Yeah, so they retraced into here. I got so much lines. Bear with me. Yeah, very interesting. They are trying to give them a lot of crap over here, but can they do it? I'm gonna go ahead and mark this off. Let's call it here, and let me mark this one off too. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yep. That's what they're looking for. That is what they're looking for. They're trying to flip this on its head. Look at that push. Look at that push. Almost to the 618. There we go. They tapped it. Watch for possible rejection over here. Let's see if we get that. Coming back over to the 15-minute. I knew there was something I was missing. Toast. Let's go check out Toast while we got ourselves. Oh, we got a minute. We're going to have to do that later. Never mind. Very interesting.
I took that bounce for 400.
Nice. Congratulations on your W. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, I'm not even close. I have to make it from that ass whipping I got a couple of days ago.
Good job, Harvey. I got an ass whooping. I got to make up for it too. Let's get it.
I take W's as W's. Okay? W's are W's. Let me make sure I save all these levels. And I got to go sync this because I think I did all the work here. No, I did all the work over here. Oh! You know what? I apologize. I should have seen this coming a long time ago. Yeah, they took out other pivots. I didn't update the charts to this side. This side is actually what I charted this morning.
And we're still in that 15-minute opening candle.
Yeah. Just be careful for possible pullback here, because that's the first test of the 618 from the previous day. They might use this against them as the momentum. So this does not mean just jump in. Let's update our stranger danger is sitting at the 50% for the previous day, which is bringing us to 24,665 right there. And let me update this chart while we wait. So we're gonna wait for a 5-minute close above that 2758. I might not be able to update my chart. I'm trying to update. I didn't realize I charted the line on one side. That's what happens when you start late. Took me out my routine a bit. Let's minimize that. Yeah, I could have seen this card because we've been building this all morning from 6 a.m. That was the sweep of liquidity right now. And right now they're going to try to attack. Let me see. Let's see if I can push. I'm going to just update it on this side, and then I'll update as fast as I can on the other side. Now I'm going to leave you here. They put you here, put that there, and get rid of you. And we're going to put you over here as our pivot because you're destroyed. And that one is here because we just made higher highs. Yeah. So next target, excuse me, next target is going to be 24,800. That's what they're going to want to get to. Let me get these under control. You know what? Let me just highlight all of them. I'm going to put you in one group because I don't know which ones are which. Oh, that's like the order block. Okay. And this is this. Okay, create a group here. Alright, let's make this global. That's what I was doing this morning. I was playing the internal trend, and I didn't realize that I did not have this in the chart. If I had that on there, we would have been having some fun. That I probably would have took this break right here at 7:01 because this was there, and then 7:07 at best, and then that's our extension here. We need a close here because then we can target 483, and that's what I'm going to be aiming for. That said, I'm going to prepare my option contracts and see if we can go ahead and swing for the fences over there. I need my Robinhood. Where's my Robinhood? I'm in the wrong account. Right there. And then take a swing. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Psychological 600 level on Qs can be an effect, so be careful on this upside. They could use that as a rejection, break and retest, and I think that could be the case. We've tested this area before. So here's our break, retest, and then second retest again, knowing that 600 is such a tough level, but we did make higher lows here, and this is the new line that I end up kind of drawing, and it looks something like this. This is our current attempt at affecting all of that. So let me turn this off, all right, because that's now defeated and it's already done. We got these areas that we're going to be worrying about, just like this one here. Oops, let's get a little closer, fix that, there we go. So if this thing turns bearish on us and we break through this bearish line, these are going to be a couple of our targets here. Still waiting for that 5-minute close. All right, let's just plan a contract because this thing looks like it's going to try to hold this bad boy. Whew. Spicy. The 605s is $148 per contract. Gotta decide 30 seconds.
You got this. Go ahead and get it.
All right. All right. 605 calls. 605 calls. Just gonna get in 8 seconds. And it's looking really, really good. Only thing is that 10 o'clock candle can come back and kick our butts. So just go light. I do feel like the IV is a little juiced. And that psychological level can kick your butt. Yeah. Already pulled in 10%. Stokes already up in that upper register. But they took out only sell side liquidity for the morning. Just to keep that in mind. I'm banking on the fact that we just passed the daily 618, that we're going to test this pivot. We're going to get closer to it before it sells off. But again, this is an order block. A very big order block. So high risk, high reward. Because if we get through this order block with momentum, this tells us that this momentum is so strong, they can't stop a freight trade even if they wanted to. And then we could just touch this trend line, which is what I'm aiming for. But to be conservative, just get out at 24,832. That'll be what we would aim. See if I can be patient with this trade. That last trade we did on Monday, it took us a whole lot of patience to be able to survive that. AVGO.
Tell me about it.
That was like fist fighting. Like I needed a drink after that trade. Oh, there we go. We're making new highs. That's what I want to see. Let's see if we can continue that. Let's go. That 800 level will be tough, but I'm just thinking that we're just going to fly right through the 800, and then 832 is going to be the effect, because I think if the 809 doesn't hold it down, then that means we'll just fly right through. That's the one that I'm worried about. You see that? Look at that. Look at that push. Just solid push. Let's get there. Come on, baby. Show me the money. Show me the money. All right, there's our 800 level. Come on, baby. Come on. We might have to hold this through 10 o'clock, and 10 o'clock will be that. So that said, let's go check out the news and see if there's anything that we need to be concerned about, which I don't think there was anything because the government has been holding back on some news throughout this whole government shutdown and crap. So it's been quite an entertaining thing. Oil inventories is what we got to worry about now. The balance of trade, which was bullish for the dollar, and then we're still pushing up, which is that general boo. All right, FOMC minutes is at 3 o'clock. So can we just drift up until 3 o'clock? Maybe I can hold on to this before 12, up to about 12 o'clock. That would be great. Just let this one contract do its work. That would be great. He'll be my best friend. You know that contract? All right, here's my target. Fly through it, crack it to the trend line, crack it. We're so close. We're so close. Just crack it to the trend line. You got more friends up here. This is a perfect bump and run type of play. If you have 20%, don't say I didn't give you anything. If you have more than 20%, congratulations, depending on where your position is. But the goal is as far as to go ahead and lock in when we get those 20%. So, you know, just if you have multiple contracts, yeah, by all means, you know, just take something off the table. If you do not, you might be able to just hold on, but it just all depends on your setup. So that said, I have a rule. I got to take my 20%. I said I was going to stay consistent this year, or this end of the year into 2026. And take it and just take it. All right? Not a fist fight, not an argument. That's it. So if you're still in it, I would say you can. It's very possible we could just ride all the way to the sunset. It looks like W's in some other cases. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean. Here's the 2 hour. And you can kind of see that will be what would be a neckline. That's your double bottom. And then we're just pushing right through. I have targets here that we could get to. I got targets up here we could get to. Whole lot of smoke that could be there. But I'm going to use this opportunity to scalp and have some fun. But that was a good trade. 20%. Can't knock the 20%, folks. Gotta get it. How y'all feeling over there?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. I think I'm going to ride it out.
You gonna ride it out? All right, all right. Just make sure you lock in something you're going to be happy with. That's all I care about. All right, that's a nice little break right there. Done the case. So now that's going to affect this trend line. More fire. And let's see if we can go ahead and get past this level. That's going to be my next target.
That's a jumbo line, right? So they're going to get past, right?
But they got so much momentum, they might have enough momentum to get through there, and there's your fair value gaps that will lead you right into here. Oh, look at that. Hold on to your lover. Right? That's the song? I think that's the song. I can't remember. I'm not too old school. Right now we're putting in a 5-minute fair value gap, and that's the one we're going to be standing on, and that's why I think this could continue even further.
What'd you put? Another order block or a fair value gap?
Fair value gap. Yeah, I just changed it. Let me not confuse y'all.
Don't mess with the notion.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, right in the bottom, it has what do you call it? The demand.
Yeah, you talking about right,
bottom,
right here,
right below that fair value gap.
Yeah, this one, and then this one was an order block we was fighting to get through. They just engulfed the whole thing.
Yeah, but that red candle right under your order block. I mean your fair value gap.
This one?
Yeah, right there. That one right there.
Oh, look at that! Bang! 100 points. Y'all should be happy. I'm telling you, 20% keeps the doctor or the bill collectors away. I may get rid of my margin account.
You find that? What does that mean?
So I got a margin account on my Thinkorswim. I might just leave my margin for my IRA so I can do spreads. I'm not going to do spreads as a income driver anymore. I'm going to do it as like a longer term swings.
Yeah, I have a cash account with Thinkorswim.
Yeah, I've been debating it all weekend, trying to see if I want to convert it.
It was better. Let me tell you why. Let me give you my observation on that. Because I don't have to worry about that
the 3 day, the day trade,
Yeah.
And that's the part of it, because that it makes me decide on trades. So I may get. Now the funny thing about it, I got 3 different margin accounts, so technically I could just take the trades in 3 different accounts. But the capital allocations aren't the same, so it's like.
Now I heard, I don't know how true it is, that they're going to change that.
They were supposed to. That's why I've been holding on to it, because I don't want to just get rid of it just for them to switch it.
Well, you can get it back.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just get it done. I think I talked myself into taking it out.
I think I have a full, what is that, a bear diversion on the 1 minute?
It might be pullbacks. Let's see. You say you got a divergence? Yeah, I could see one on the stochastic. You probably doing on the MACD. Let me put a MACD here.
I'm trying to learn that. I don't know why, but that just seems interesting. I always hear Steve and Rob talk about it.
Yeah, so there's your bearish divergence right there. So we're making higher highs, but this histogram is not. But it's still some follow through. To be honest, there might be just pullbacks just to push it right back up. The FOMC minutes might determine what's going to happen with the market, and that's at 3.
Well, the 10 o'clock candle, you know how I feel about the 10 o'clock candle.
All right, if you have multiple contracts, this is like 99% of another target. That's like TP2. This is 3 and 4. Listen, the higher the TPs, the higher the chance of the reversal. So it could be a good point that you just consider. Again, the word is consider. Taking your money.
Yeah, but look at the 1 hour about this new candle going to come in.
Oh, yeah. A new 1 hour candle's coming in. It could power this or it could drop this.
Did you see the 1 hour candle about to come in?
Yep.
That's going to determine what the hell I'm going to do next.
Yep.
Right.
Now y'all done scared me in and tighten up my stop.
That's it. Listen, I wouldn't be a good coach if I didn't tell you that the new hour candle is coming in. Okay, that's my job. You got to know what you're risking, and my job is to make sure you recognize it.
Look at what color is the 1 hour candle?
That 1 hour candle already started red. It might recover though. Don't do them like that. Don't do them like that. It's a new 1 hour. It gets a trend line, but it doesn't mean that it's just going to go ahead and just dump off. That'll be crazy.
I mean, it could bounce off, but I don't know. That 1 hour candle is away from my 5.
I took my profit, man.
We signaled so much bullish activity. It's just we're overheated. So this is a how many points was that? That was a 229 point upside in the middle of external bearish momentum. So
I mean, I'm not saying it's going to go down. I'm just saying.
Just be conscious. Yeah, be conscious of your profits. You know what I'm saying?
It might still go back up. It's a strong candle. I'm not saying. I'm just saying the 1 hour candle's coming.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And like you said, it might be a pullback. It might be just a pullback. Because did you decide what you're gonna do with Tesla?
Tesla? Oh yeah, I after listening to what you said, I could always get back in. I had so much dividends, I never paid for it, and I think I walked away with a good solid profit that I'm happy with, and I just closed off all of them. Because if let's just say it like this, if we were into a recession, which one would fail first? It's going to be a lot of these hedge funds, and it's a new hedge fund. So do they have enough capital allocations, and do they have people smart enough to take advantage of the recession? Do they even recognize that there's a possible recession? Like, it's just so many questions. I'm a trader. Like, I have more control than that. So
I'm probably gonna take it out right now. Going up, as long as it keeps going up. As soon as it goes back to red, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out.
Yeah, it's just one of those that you just gotta ask the question to yourself, like, what are you comfortable with and what are you willing to risk? That's what I asked myself earlier today. Tesla Nemesis just triggered. All right, let's go see what that is. Let's see what's cracking over at Tesla. Oh, it's already finished. Let's see. What was Tesla's original trade? This was
And the first week of December, I got to end up in California.
I did not catch this. So Tesla on Nemesis. Let's switch up strategies. On Nemesis, we had a nice little setup roughly around here on a long position, and we are here already. Oh, wrong time frame. And it should already hit our target, and that was entry like this. So if you watch the video, when this happened, it gave us a warning. That was the entry, and we just hit TP1. You should be taking your money off the table. So if you haven't looked at the video inside of the Discord, it probably would be a good time for you to check it out, because that was a good solid trade right off this pivot, and that was yesterday. So great trade. All right, let's get back over to NQ. This thing is not falling. Don't be upset, Giant. Don't be upset. I'm telling you, this is the stuff that could get you into trouble. You did the right thing, I promise you. Because there is a fair... Oh. Even better. I'm all right with that. As long as you find a good position that you're happy with. All right, so there we go. We got ourselves this fair value gap that they're testing. We've already tested this before, and that's why I said I was a little concerned trying to get to that target. Let's see if we can power right through and push it. If I go over to the 5-minute, you'll see that this is the angle of that downtrend that we were relatively on. This is what I call a 2 candle for the 5-minute, right? So with this move here, we have this. I want to see us get to 25,360. So Giant, I want to see your contract get all the way to that high. If it gets to that high, I won't be surprised that they start rejecting over there. So just keep that level, 25,360. It might be after we wrap up.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to leave at 10:30. I got a doctor's appointment to see if I'm still healthy.
All right, no worries. Yeah, we're going, for YouTube, we're probably going to wrap up soon, but I do have an appointment, so I'll probably get out of here by 10:45. So we'll see if we can find more trades in the middle of that. I am also looking for some lead plays too, so let's see what we got. What
is lead play? What is a lead play?
Something that you get longer than a couple years, sometimes. Anything over 6 months I consider a leap.
So, I mean, do you stay there until you get your 20%, 30% and get out, or do you just stay the whole time?
You can, but if you're having a specific target, you can play to a target. It just gives you more wiggle room, because if you are right, this thing can print something vicious. If you are kind of right, then, you know, at least you'll make the 20%, and then you can just get out. For example, I had Apple 270 calls in the middle of July, right? And they were December expirations. My fear with that one was that it moved up so high, it got to like 250, and then it kind of pulled back. Yeah, I had time and everything else, but I was like, wait, I got like 60%. I only got one contract. Let me just take this money. I'll get back in later. I never got back in later. Right, so that was the problem. So it just depends on your strategy and how you plan it, but they're great. I know some people that make some really good money through leaps only.
I guess my question is, you get like a certain percentage and get the hell out and then re-enter somewhere else? It's kind of like repositioning yourself?
But think of it more like quasi-investing. You got to look for it from a larger scale. So for example, let me do it from here. That way YouTube can see. So when I was looking at this one, let me get rid of Nemesis. All right, so when I was looking at Apple for that 270, we were starting like break out that 231, 240 around here. And then when they started play this game here, I was like, oh, I'll get back in when it pulls back. But what I failed to do, which I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of all the drawings and start over, right? I failed to kind of really structure myself. Like, I should have seen that this and this was happening. And the reason we were having so much, did I get that right? Yeah. The reason we was having so much trouble was because of this area. So I should have just, wait, did that just happen right at 250? Oh, God. Now I'm really mad. Oh, my God. Why did I just go back and see my trade and look at it in a different light and be upset? All right, so I got 250 as a psychological level, and they were playing with this, and I was like, oh, you know what? It's not breaking out because, you know, mentally as freaking traders, we're idiots, and what we like to see is, oh, it's going up. It just should just stay up like that, just straight up. Like I don't want to see any pullbacks at all. Like it's just doing this and then boom, it explodes like that, and that's exactly what it did, right there. Because what did they do? They kind of did like a Bart Simpson. I thought it was kind of bearish, looked like a rising wedge, which I was right, but it was a rising wedge for a pullback, and it like 243 was that level. So what was the micro trend that beat this major trend, or at least that current major trend? That was this and here, right? And that's why I said going back to trend lines as a challenge has really been so enlightened. Sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics.
So what
right,
I'm hearing is,
so right
what
here,
I'm hearing from you is that we could do today, look for a good lead play, put it in today, or say 6 months out, between us, and watch it like we did the Papa John trade. Remember that?
Yes, but this time with proper strategy. I think we added too much emotions into Papa John's. You made money.
I got out.
Okay, so I guess it was just me then.
I told you I'm getting out. I'm
like, nah, Javi, it's gonna go. I believe in it. That was a lot of hopium. I was high on hopium.
Okay, so I like having fun. So let's find, since we're waiting, not right now, but sometime today, let's find a play for a lead play and put it in and see what, get a good money in there and see.
What you want to see from something like this? Oh, go ahead. You was about to say, Giant?
No, I was just saying that sounds fun.
Yeah, why not? So let's find something. So what do we have, like a scanner, and say, okay, which one is the momentum that we could pick up?
Oh yeah, that's inside of the oh my God.
We all gotta agree. We're a team effort.
Okay, I'm listening.
So which ticker?
Oh no, not which ticker. I'm still looking for which one's going to be a leap. That not all leaps are created equal. I want to see something that got some momentum.
That's what I'm saying. But which ticker?
I'm still searching. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
So what I should have done on this Apple trade, which is what I'm going to be doing with all my leaps, right, is looking in the context of that was our downward trend. It gave an extension that looked like this, and then it gave another extension like this. And since I took my money over here, all I had to do was just target one of these pivots here. So let's just go ahead and worry about here, 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 and here, right? And somewhere in this, I should have taken it as far as an entry, because that would have at least attempted for new highs. And this happened, and they couldn't make a lower low there. And then this happens. Oh, wait, not hourly. I need day. All right. And this happens whenever it decides to bring it. Oh, don't you just love internet too? There we go. So that just made a higher high. So we got a micro trend that's beating a major trend that was beating another different major trend, and this is its deviation. So I could have probably entered as we were breaking back to 250, or as this was breaking out. So let's see what that would have looked like. They came back down. That would have been aggressive, but they didn't make a lower low. This got destroyed. That continued. There's our deviation. After it created that, this is our new pivot. And then I should have been in right there. So assuming if I did jump in with 100 shares right then and there, my stop loss would have been at that structure, because again I had December contracts and this was October around that time. But I was so bearish in October, and don't judge me. I know. And then you could kind of see what ended up happening after that. Oh, it rode that trend line relatively well. Got back to the original trend line. This is our deviation coming back to the return. This is our retest. My stop loss would have been probably a little tighter, maybe at the gap here or maybe here, possibly. Does it hold that trend? Oh, and that's where we are today, right? Oh yeah, that's where we are today. So I would have had $500 if I got something in the money in itself, and technically I sold at 250 something and I got it at 260. I would have been close. Yeah, can't cry over spilled ticks. Get over it. All right, let's go over to NQ and see what's going on over there. Got Giant probably still holding on to that as we're trying to get through that fair value gap. They took out that pivot. That's what I was concerned about. We're getting there.
Well, I hate to say it, but and I'm not trying to freak anybody out, but that's a big fair value gap that somebody needs to tap into it.
It's got to get tested sometime soon, right? That's a 15-minute. We got a minute left.
Yeah.
As Javi's taking shots at your trade, he's plotting. He got the Birdman hands rubbing right now.
Okay, Javi.
I'm just trying to look out for you, man. It's kind of like when I went to war, and I was like, hey, I wouldn't go over there.
Yeah, there might be some insurgents over there, you know. Meanwhile, Giant's like, charge!
You see Giant stick like a Marine. I'm thinking like an army.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta take the shot to make money.
Yeah. All right, YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Y'all have a great day. How can I say this? You know, always take your percentages. Don't do anything reckless. You'll be fine. And I will see y'all not tomorrow. I'll see y'all on Friday because I got a couple of things I have to handle. Y'all have a great day. Bye bye.
Tomorrow's
Oh yeah, I'm all the way in.
Thursday?